This is the Triangle Family Church website. Oh, so anyone that's going to Sunday school, you're dismissed. I guess you're way ahead of me. This is the Triangle Family Church website. And so Hide is our webmaster, and he has created like a picture album of the top events from 2025. Okay. And 2025. Ideally, I should be giving a report on 2025 last week, and this week should be about, the challenges that we'll be facing in 2026. So, but I'm late. I'm a week late. And today is something called the Sunday of the Epiphany. The actual day of the Epiphany would be Tuesday, which January 6th. But most churches that celebrate the day of the Epiphany do so on the closest Sunday. Right, the closest Sunday. So does anyone want to hazard a guess? What is the Epiphany? Okay. Okay. Did everybody hear that? No. So she said when the wise men came. So it's like when the announcement was given to the world that Jesus is born, the Savior of mankind is born. And it happened, some little time after Jesus' birth, which is, we're not sure exactly when Jesus was born, but we know that the day of the Epiphany symbolizes, it's a celebration of the day when the good news of Jesus' birth was broadcast to the world. So that's Tuesday. And then I was looking this up this morning. Father's birthday, is it January 6th or is it?
That's right, January 6th, both father and mother.
Okay, so, the lunar calendar. Okay, all right, good, close enough. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things we did this past year. And I was so frustrated by this sermon. I thought it's good, and then I thought it's not that great, but the first two paragraphs are good. And then it's a report. So if you need to yawn, you can do it now. Let's do it. All do it together. 1, 2, 3. It was a busy year. It was so busy, in fact, that I felt sometimes like I was paralyzed. Like I don't know what to do next. There's so many things to do. What's my priority here? What's God's priority? And Father said we should have a showdown prayer with God. So I asked God, what should I accomplish between now and 2055 when I turn 100? And God told me two things. First, take care of your health. Because if you lose your health, you can't help nobody. And in fact, somebody has to take care of you. And second, take care of your spouse. And we both are over 70 now. And some of you are also qualified for that. And so I think for all of us seniors, this is a good advice. And I feel like if I take care of these responsibilities first, everything else will fall into place. So it was a busy year, but I couldn't have done anything by myself. I had a lot of help. So I want to recognize the church council, Tim, Mark, Hide, thank you guys. And all of you core members who did so much in the previous year. You know who you are. And on New Year's Eve, I was asked to join the night vigil, December 31st. And all of the pastors from Southeast Region 2 gave some report or testimony about what their church did in the previous year. I was the only one that kept the time. They said 3 to 5 minutes, and I was right there. Everybody else went long, some really long. But it was great because everybody is working so hard, not just us, but everybody from Virginia to Maryland to Florida to Georgia to South Carolina. Everybody's done a lot in the previous year. And I don't take credit for it. You guys are the ones initiating all these things that we did last year. But I hope that I enabled, I hope that I supported and what's the word I'm looking for here? Facilitated and in something. Enabled. So significant events this year. We did a Peace Starts With Me. This was a Peace Starts With Me, right? Peace Starts With Me rally. And it had another name. Let's see. The Era of Reconciliation and Positive Change. What an ambitious title. And we had some really good speakers. Archbishop Stallings was here. Reverend Levi Daughtry was here. And then DeVetta's friend, Reverend Bascom, was also here. And most importantly, it was a collaboration. Ocean Church, Charlotte Church, Triangle Family Church all came together to do this. So if we can continue with this collaborations, I think it's great. I'm reminded, it's easy to look at all we did last year and think, well, this year maybe we can take it easy, you know. But my team leader used to say, because we understand God's desperate, right? That's why my team leader used to say, sky is blue, grass is green, but no space out. Didn't any of your team leaders ever say that? And it seems like a long time ago that we formed a committee reaching out to blessed central families, and reaching out to those young single members that are interested in blessing and blessing and matching, or matching and blessing. And some of us even went to Florida for the workshop. So everybody got involved. Because when you're dealing with young single members, what do you do first? You go through the parents, right? So many of you are parents. So we went through the parents, and then we're going to be doing that again this year too. I'm sure there will be a blessing in 2026, but we have more resources this time around because Jamie Hopper has committed to being like a BFM coordinator for young people that are interested in blessing and matching. And also Junko Hasabe in Ocean Community is great. So we have help. Let's get organized. Let's find out who our young people are, who are candidates, and let's do what we can, because as Kathy Kase said, and she helped organize the workshop last year for single members, there is a path for everyone who wants to get blessed. We had one of the, okay, what's next? Yeah, this special grace. Okay, we did a special grace ceremony here. The thing about these events is that, it draws different people, and sometimes the people that don't come to church that often will come for something special. So that was the case with special grace too. We saw some people that we just don't see that often. And it's a blessing, because when they come here and they see this church is not uptight, it's not structured, it's not dry, they have a good experience, they'll come back. That's our hope. And as Min Young said in her sermon last week, we're seeing the young people change. They're understanding that the reason their parents sacrificed so much was because we wanted our children to have an easier way of it. What's next? This is National Parents Day. Thank you, Sharon Pace and John, for organizing this at Triangle Family Church. Everybody's having a great time. Next. The Chumbo workshop. I think Sister Ann kind of initiated the idea that we could have a Chumbo workshop here in the Triangle Family Church. And it was great. I mean, we had like 50 people attend, right? I was surprised. I was not expecting. Next one. So this is the forum on religious persecution. And we had some amazing people come for this. And the presentations they gave were heartbreaking, but that we also have hope. Doug came and he spoke about the persecution of Christians in Nigeria, and the president said to Nigeria, "Get your act together, or we're gonna get it." We got involved, right? We did. So we have hope. And the main thing is we're standing with others. We're not alone in this. We're not the only church that's being persecuted. There are many, and we have common cause. And if we stand up with them, they'll stand up with us. I believe that's true. What's next? Trick or treat. It was fun. Who's the guy? Anybody know who the guy is? Darth Vader there? Or anybody know who that is? Okay, Toku. What deal? Candy. Yeah. That candy's great. That's what it's all about. All right, next one. I gave a report. I really loved that we had so many people come out for the Christmas celebration. So here's the report. I sent some pictures to Dr. Ashiel, and I gave a report, and this is what I said. I said, this year's Christmas celebration was something really special. We had a good mix of parents and children, 27 adults, and 27 children. And Santa Claus was able to accomplish what I, as a pastor, could not, attracting young families to come to a church function. The Christmas party was a team effort. Hide brought the ham and the chicken. Hitaway bought gifts for the children. Brother Jack embodied the love and the goodness of St. Nicholas, who is a good friend of his. Carol Ann organized the Jeopardy-style icebreaker. The Triangle Family Band chimed in with some holiday classics, and everyone contributed with a feast and side dishes and desserts. So many desserts. And then we feasted, right? So the format was based on our youth services. We put out the tables, we started with the icebreaker, and then we had a song, and then Hannah Nielsen shared a very beautiful message about manifesting miracles. She was nervous, but she got through it. Her voice was shaking, but she didn't back down. And then we feasted, and as it was winding down, Santa arrived, and the parents were just trying to get a picture, right? Parents trying to get pictures of their children with Santa Claus. Because our focus as a community is to attract our young families to come to church and also to reach out to our third generation. This is what I said to my report to Dr. Ashiel. And on this particular occasion, they did come, and what they found is that our church is not dry, stiff, or old-fashioned. It is welcoming, fun, and homey. Is it homey? We want it to be homey. And then, what's next? All right, this is the winter workshop. I'm especially proud of the winter workshop because the participants represent the future of our movement. We had 10 third gen participating. And Dr. Shield was so inspired with my report about the winter workshop. But it all began with a text I received from Shauna Kempf, formerly Shauna Pace. She said, "Hi, Pastor Bob. My family is looking for a family workshop. It would be wonderful if we could establish a yearly family tradition, and I'd love for my kids to start learning divine principle. I remember our family workshops in the 1990s, and I have fond memories of growing up with those workshops. Here, where they live in Greenville, South Carolina, we attend a Christmas church weekly, but I would love for my kids to attend something with our faith. Even my husband is on board, and I was wondering if North Carolina could host something." She said, or we could go to Alabama, which is 8 hours away. But we did host it, and it was amazing. You know, Benji Uyama stepped up, Shauna, Hide, and all I did was I was here, but I did transportation and supplies. Sharon did food. Teresa helped with food. Anybody else help? Min Young helped with food. Okay. I probably missed somebody, but I didn't even stay overnight. Like Benji slept on the floor. He slept on the stage, in fact. So, but it worked well, and it was the first. We hope the first of many. And then Benji's already put forth the idea that around Memorial Day we can have another youth workshop, and then of course next year. I mean, we're standing now on the foundation of having done it once, so now we know what works and what doesn't. There's a learning curve. The children loved it. It was completely chaotic, but they made lifelong friendships and memories and were introduced to the culture and the teachings of the unification movement. This is our first workshop for third gen, but not our last. And it's going to be better than this one, I promise. So, what are the challenges facing us in 2026? Any thoughts? Anybody have any thoughts about what challenges are facing us in 2026? There are many. There. Did you want to say something?
Not particularly.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Last year was amazing, and I was hoping this year we could take it easy. But I know you are not going to let that happen. So please join me for a prayer. Good morning, Heavenly Parent. On this January 4th of 2026, when brothers and sisters have gathered to reflect on our lives thus far and what this new year holds, we know that it's in your hands. We are confident that your will be done on this earth because you are good. And though we flail about and fall out of tune and go astray, but yet we always come back to what is good, what is loving, what is true, what is real. And we know we always find you there. Heavenly Parent, now please raise us up, unite us, help us to be one as we unite with our true parents, calling out your name, calling on you to save us and save this world through us, this world which has suffered so much and suffers still. We know it is not anyone except our true parents and those who are standing on your side who can lead the way into the future, a future which is bright with love and hope. We cling to that, Heavenly Parent, knowing that as long as we cling to you and never let you go, even if it's hanging on by a thread, we know that everything is in your hands and we are safe. We came through a world which beat us down so badly. But we are confident now that in the warmth of your embrace, we will be lifted up. We thank you for that. We thank you for every blessing as we pray together as Blessed Central families attending Holy Mother Han. Adieu. Okay, thanks, guys.